Hey again, it's Cava&Faulkner, Elk Grove and Sacramento's Living Trust and Estate Attorney. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of The Daily with Christine. I am out walking my dogs. I guess I can't flip the camera, but here they are. There's Odie and Finn. And I thought I would do a video about pet trusts. My husband's out of town, and he one of the reasons probably he never goes out of town for a prolonged period of time is because he knows he could come back to a new pet. It's been known to happen in our house. And so looking online, looking at the different opportunities to adopt an animal or to, get an animal, a cat or a dog or whatever your thing is. I certainly have had more than those. I've had horses. Not anymore, but I know that when I'm working with people who have pets, there's usually a very intense relationship between owners and their beloved pets. And so I wanted to talk a little bit today about what does it mean for your pet if something happens to you as their owner and you don't have any kind of planning in place. So the obvious thing would be, well, maybe your family members would take your beloved pet, but will they take care of them the way that you do? It's some of the same questions that we talk about when we talk about naming a guardian for your children. So when we put a plan together for our clients, one of the things that we do for our clients who have pets is to name a guardian for their pets if something should happen to them, meaning incapacity. So they're alive, but they're not able to care for their pets. We actually are able to name guardians for pets for the short term or during any period of incapacity. And of course, making sure that you have made provisions for your pets in your plan, especially if they have special needs or special medications or any special medical issues. It's important to outline those in a place that others could know about it. Number one, right? Sharing information is hugely important so that people can be informed and know what they need to do. And also, if they have any special healthcare needs, then setting aside money for those special needs and also their care for their lives is an important thing to do, and expressing your wishes in a plan, including the fact that if you pass away, who you would want to receive your pets. And I assume that would be because they would love your pets the same way that you would, or similarly, and care for them, but also provide a monetary amount so that the people who take over the care of your pets are not having to incur the financial responsibility to do that, because we all know that sometimes people are not really in a position to incur large veterinary bills. And without some kind of a set aside in a plan, the folks that are the guardians may not be able to afford the pet care, including just ongoing maintenance, right? Food and whatever, vaccinations, regular routine healthcare, pet visits to the vet. They may not be in a position to afford it. So thinking about, number one, naming, who would you want to be a guardian and who would you want to have your pet if something happened to you is hugely important, and putting it in writing. Otherwise, there's no guarantee that it will happen. And setting aside money for your pet's ongoing care is important, because I know that you love your pets and you would want them to be well cared for, both from a veterinary perspective and also just their day-to-day lives. So a little about estate planning for pets. Certainly, if you have a will or a trust, you can put aside a provision in those documents for what should happen to them in the event of your incapacity or death, including the fact that you don't want them to go to a kill shelter. Your trustee or your personal representative will have the obligation to carry that out. So, and also, of course, putting aside something for their ongoing maintenance and veterinary expense. Clearly, people who have larger animals like horses need to think really deeply, because it's one thing to take a dog or a cat. It's quite another to have to house a horse or large animals. And there's a higher likelihood in that circumstances, if you're not choosing the right people, that they could end up being hauled away for slaughter. So not something that any of us want to think about, but it is a reality if we haven't taken the time to give some forethought to the who, what, and how much we should be putting aside to provide for our animals. I hope this is helpful. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and if you have any questions, call us at the office or write a comment to the video, and I'll be happy to answer you and tell us more about what you would like to hear about, and we'll create that content. Thanks for watching. Take care.